and men and other internet users. I guess that includes females for whatever reason. If you're watching this podcast of two studly burly boys, welcome to episode 4 of the No Names podcast. We're doing something a little bit different, I guess, today than normal. Gonna kind of delve into some music and album dissection and whatnot. But first, coffee.
Coffee.
Even
Let me get my.
oh god, it broke him. It broke him. What do we do? He's broken. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That entire time your can was frozen.
Yeah, yours was too. That's why I was like, oh god. Oh wow. It's like lemon cayenne. So it's like lemon pepper. It's actually not bad.
What is it?
It's
Oh god. He's frozen again.
all right.
Are you downloading something?
I'm not, dude. Like I said, my internet's kind of been acting up because last night it's kind of doing the same thing. Let me go. I don't even have anything else fucking open on my computer. I'm wondering if maybe one of the consoles is like running in the background. Maybe like it's on rest mode, but it's doing something.
Well, you better go catch it.
Yeah, hold on. I'll unplug them. Hold on.
Go unplug him. Just fuck him.
Hold on.
But yeah, we're gonna be doing something a little bit different today. We're gonna be doing more of like an album dissection, I guess, from a couple albums that we've listened to recently. Um, Probably have some general shenanigans still in between here and there. Should be a lot of fun. It's just gonna be us two again tonight. Unfortunately, we don't have the eight eyes rocking with the glasses, but it is what it is. Hopefully you guys have all had a good week. Hopefully you've been productive. Hopefully work hasn't been that bad, etc., etc. Point my fan in my direction because it's hot AF. And coffee.
Alright.
Alright.
Hopefully there's no more interruptions. There's literally nothing else connected to my internet right now. So
Just took a whole ass sip of that bottle and no one ever got to see it.
I'll drink it throughout the show, but it's fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's that good
It's
drink.
a bottle though.
It kind of it tastes like it'd be alcoholic. Like it tastes almost like a, like one of them, like it tastes like a Truly's or something almost. I don't know, it's weird. It's not carbonated, but it tastes carbonated. It's
Makes
interesting.
sense, yeah. But it's not alcoholic.
It's not alcoholic. No, it's a probiotic drink.
Oh.
Because you got to keep your, a lot of the. I heard that a lot of the, not a lot, but some of the serotonin in your brain actually comes from like keeping your stomach healthy. So like probiotics and taking vitamins and stuff like that's actually like taking care of yourself's actually good for you. You know what I'm saying? Like
So
it's crazy.
if I eat more, I'll be happy. Is that what you're saying?
It's possible. I mean, I wouldn't eat more of what we eat, but
That's true, yeah.
yeah,
There's gonna be a point where I just like balloon.
yeah,
I'm gonna look like the one girl from Willy Wonka when she just swells up into that whole ass blueberry.
yeah.
It's gonna be me.
But you're just gonna be like a fucking piece of chicken.
Like I'm trying to think about what show it was. He literally just turned into like a rotisserie chicken. I can't remember what show it was, like where the clip was from. But it was just like piece by piece, like it turned into a leg and then a wing and then there's like a whole ass chicken.
For some reason, I feel like that's from fucking. No, no. I was gonna say that sounds like something that fucking happened in SpongeBob. It's not, but
No, it
that's
wouldn't
kind of
have
what.
been SpongeBob.
Yeah, like that wouldn't make any sense, but. But I feel like I know what you're talking about, but.
Yeah, I don't know. It's this vague memory in my head of somebody just turning into like a rotisserie chicken, but I don't know where it's from, and I'm
Just
kind of
tiny.
scared.
Uh,
But yeah. So, other than turning into chickens and drinking non-alcoholic drinks that taste like alcohol, how's your week been?
my week?
Your week?
Pretty solid. I mean, I see you all week.
Damn. So it wasn't good. Is what you're trying to say?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't too bad. Just worked and I kind of got bored playing the Avengers. It's real buggy too. So like I just haven't really been playing that. So, I
Yeah.
mean, kind of been looking for something to play. Um, Tried to pre-order PS5. That didn't work out. I don't. I still. I don't. I think you still can't get onto GameStop's website. I tried to get on it, and it still wouldn't let me. So
I've been trying to like order a 3080 for like 10 days now, and it's just out everywhere. And like as soon as it's back in stock, it's already gone again. It's a rough time for sure.
yeah, I was trying to. I was trying to get on that site you gave me, and it's just like you said, every time they're back in stock, they're just. I mean, I'm patient. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'll
Right.
get one when I get one, but I just like to have one. You know.
Yeah.
Plus, it's gonna be right around when we get our bonus checks. So if I bought the console now, I could just get like all the games and
All the games.
accessories and shit I wanted when it came out.
He
But
said, "Fuck rent, buy games."
yeah, well, Maddie can pay for rent that month because I bought
Yeah.
too many games.
Like, listen, like I can't pay my rent this month. I bought too many games.
Yeah, she'll play them too. It's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Like you can play them if you pay the rent.
yeah, just pay the rent. You can play on PS5. But it is solid. I mean, let's see. A lot of I'm just trying to look at my music real quick because I downloaded like fucking 10 albums yesterday. They didn't all come out yesterday, but like Tickets to My Downfall came out yesterday. Ohms by Deftones came out yesterday, which is a fantastic album. I want to say Jody's new album came out yesterday.
Who?
I didn't listen to it yet though. I should have listened to that. But and then I imagine did the Fifth King album come out yesterday too?
No, it came out a few days, or not a few days, probably like a week ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's been a lot of new music this month. I feel, but um, I mean, dude, let's get right into talking about
Let's
tickets to
get
My Downfall.
right into it.
Let's get right into it. I don't want this to get like too like ranty because I don't want it to seem like I'm just gonna be like shitting on him and shitting on him because you know like I said I never like I never like to hate on like someone's music or like what they're putting out because I'm like that's like their art or whatever. But
Right.
I think with seeing like recent interviews with MGK and how he's changed his like fashion and his hair and stuff, and even just like the way he talks, it's there's some sort of like it seems kind of pretentious in a way. Like the way he talks now, like I'd have to fucking show you an interview, but I to me it's literally it seems like he's playing pretend. Like I never felt when he was like a rapper and he was rapping, I never felt like this was fake.
Right.
But with like this new pop punk stuff, like I really liked I Think I'm Okay and um like Bloody Valentine and but even like I Think I'm Okay and Bloody Valentine, there's like the lyrics are pretty shallow. Like there's not much to them unless you're like a kid. And maybe
Right.
that's who it's for. Like I'm 26. Maybe that shit's not for me. Like it wasn't made for me, but I can literally listen to like I've been listening to like a lot of like underground rap and like even like the Stories So Far, Neck Deep, like the bands that I listen to, like they're my age or like a little bit younger than me, if anything.
Right.
So it's like those guys make music that I feel like is more mature and that I can like relate to and stuff. But a 29-year-old that is like depressed and stuff, like don't get me wrong, like I can relate to that. But when the lyrics are like you said, like I use the razor to take off the edge, it's like that's not even like that's not metaphorical. That's not like thought provoking. It's just not that's not interesting sounding to me, I guess.
I mean,
That's
even if
that's something
you,
that I'd hear in like 2004 from like I said, like Hawthorne Heights or something. And I love Hawthorne Heights, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying like I don't know, it's 2020, you know what I'm saying? Like and I feel like you can capture that like early 2000s essence. Like that's those are like the vibes that I get from like Neck Deep's new album and some of the songs. I'm like, oh, this is like early 2000s like pop, I guess pop punk, you know? So I don't know. It just seems kind of fake and stuff. But
it's. I think there's like three reasons why we listen to music, right? Either it sounds good, we can relate to it, or it makes us feel good, right? At least that's what I think. There's probably other reasons. I mean, but at least I think when it boils down to it, those are like the three main reasons that we as humans listen to music. Um, and everyone that like fluctuates on different levels with everybody. Like I know for me, speaking from my own experiences, and probably you as well, I listen to it more for the content of the songs to actually like try to relate to it and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still music that I listen to because I think it sounds good, but at least for me personally, I listen to a lot of music that like I can relate to like lyrics on or what they're saying or stuff like that. Um,
yeah,
I also like when there's like a story behind songs in a way, like someone's literally telling you like a part of their lives or like something they've been through, stuff like that. Maybe a struggle song, maybe like a fight song, so to speak. Um, but I like it like the song has to have substance for me to really like enjoy it. And I think that's why I don't like a
yeah,
lot of like modern rap these days. It's just because it's hard to find a good modern rap song that has a lot of substance to it, at least like in more mainstream terms. Like you said, you listen to a lot of underground rap, so I'm sure you find a lot of that, like a lot of like coming up stories or like just trying to make it in the world, stuff like that. Which I mean, I can get behind that 100%. Um, but in terms of like mainstream modern rap, it's just lacking in that area for me.
yeah. And I feel like I'm sure you could pinpoint like where it started, but like with a lot of modern rap, I mean, for years it's been about like it's either like now rap is usually it's either like how much money I got, how many girls I can get. Like it's like either like it's a really hard flex, which I feel like in rap works because like usually rap is about the come up, so it's when you can rap about like the struggle and then rap like flexing, it's like you get to see like a progression there.
Right.
But I feel like that can be overdone like really easily, you know. And I think you can rap and like you can have money and like rap and people don't have to necessarily know all the shit you have to like. That's why, like I said, I've been listening to like a lot of underground rap and stuff, and like those guys make a decent living. Like if like some of the videos that um like Poya shoots or whatever. Um, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, but like he's got like a decent house and stuff. Like it's nice as hell, and it's like but you wouldn't really know that from his lyrics and stuff. Like he doesn't really like flex that hard, and like there's tons of rappers like that. But now I feel like people rap about like their mental state and shit like that. And I think we've talked about that before too. Like I feel like that can be fake, like because you could just rap about like being suicidal because it's cool. Like
Right.
it's not cool.
It's
It's
not.
absolutely not cool. But like you know, I feel like maybe like the kids that listen to it think it's cool, so
It's
it's like yeah, you
it's
can absolutely be like fake with that stuff, and it kind of sucks because it's like what kind of message are you sending to your fans, and a lot of your fans are probably younger,
right.
So I forget why I started this sentence. We were talking about rap, oh, like substance, um, yeah, and I feel like I mean it can be the same way with rock music too. I feel like because I feel like sometimes like on that Fit for a King album, there's some pretty like what was the last song I was listening to? It was called. It was one of the ones that actually had like a lot of like clean vocals in it. but it was very like generic and like cringy, and it's like if you've ever needed to believe in something like that kind of like
Right,
like I
yeah.
mean it reminded me of I'm trying to think of how old you were. I don't know if you were really into the music then, but like when Memphis Mayfire was big, when I used to go to War Tour and stuff,
Mhm.
that was their thing. It's like Matty Mullins would say like I'm gonna be the voice of a generation, and it was like it's a very bad relationship with your fans. I think when they like like worship you in a way or like
Right.
that kind of so I feel like that can be kind of bad, but I feel like a lot of like metalcore bands kind of fell into that I feel like they all have a song like that. I don't know, maybe that doesn't
It's
make any sense, but
it's like a weird power trip in a way.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if you ever heard like Chris Motionless said something about it one time where he was like he said like he never wanted his lyrics to save anyone's life. He like if it inspires you to save yourself, like that's fine.
Right.
But he said he never wanted to be like like you shouldn't rely on like somebody else telling you to like make your life better and stuff.
Right.
So I mean, I always thought that was kind of
Because ultimately,
cool.
like, it's not their job, right? Their job is to make music. It's not
Yeah,
anyone's job to like save your life. That's on you. But if someone can be like an outlet for you to kind of like work yourself into it mentally, I guess, or
or if you hear the stuff and you're like, oh man, like this dude did it, because a lot of that
right.
stuff can get kind of personal. Like when you're listening to like somebody writing about that sort of stuff that's actually like gone through
Hmm.
whatever, it's like, oh man, like he went through this and this, and he's fine now. So it's like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like he's not trying to save your life. If anything, like it's more of an inspiration thing for you to do it on your own. And I mean, I think it would work out better that way because, yeah, you could just save your life by somebody else, I guess, if that's the thing you can even do. But it would mean more, and it would definitely be a lot healthier if you did it on your own because you learn, we learn from our own mistakes as human beings, and
right,
yeah, like if you get yourself on that right track, it's an accomplishment you've made on your own. It's not something that's going to be like a placeholder for something else. Like you're actively working towards it and actively doing it yourself. Um, and it'd probably mean a lot more to you in general. Because, I
yeah,
mean, like, say you're playing like a game with a friend, right? And they're like really high level and you like just started. Do you really get satisfaction if you're just, getting your hand held through the entire game? Or like, you want to be out there macking bitches too, I know you
like
do.
like when you come in and after the cutscenes in Monster Hunter, and
Yeah,
that's why
that's
I was like, dude, this feels like an attack. I'm not gonna lie to you.
and that's what because I was thinking the other day
No, but
like, oh,
okay.
no
I
you.
was gonna say that's even like why yesterday I was like, man, I need to start using like the different armor and stuff
Yeah,
because it just like wasn't hard, So that's why I was like,
yeah,
I kind of want to like go back and like I don't know, craft like some decent armor and stuff, and not have to like. And I mean, because that's the thing. Like, even if you didn't join me on my hunts, or this is kind of off topic now, but even if you didn't join me on my hunts, I'd still probably be able to kill this stuff. It would just take me forever,
right, yeah,
Because with like my defense and stuff being so high with that armor it gives you, but
yeah. It that
but
and
yeah, back to this.
the armor and stuff in itself like is already kind of holding your hand, and then me like having all of my high rank gear and stuff. That's why I was thinking the other day like this can't really be fun for him because I mean I was in your shoes too, like playing games with my brothers and stuff. Like I would always just kind of be the one that's
Yeah,
just there, not really doing anything because they're doing all the work for me. And I was like, okay, well maybe I take a step back and like learn a new weapon or something. That way, like we'll both still benefit from it. I mean, I don't
yeah,
mind like playing with you in general and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm the kind of person that I like being like a jack of all trades. So if I can learn to do everything, then I'll at least try. But so yeah, like it would be a good opportunity for me to learn something new. It would actually have you like have your own experiences with the game, because I mean, it really can't be fun like sitting there and like watching me beat the monster to death or something.
Right, yeah. Or
And
put
like,
bombs next to his head and then it wakes up.
yeah, but yeah, like I want you to have your own experiences with the game. You know, I want you to experience the things that I experienced, like when I first started out. And I feel like you were kind of missing out on that because we were just kind of going ham. But I'm glad
Yeah,
I decided to like take that step back.
for sure. But yeah, man, back to this MGK album.
Oh,
I
if anyone's not sure, because I don't think we clarified, we're talking about Machine Gun Kelly's newest album, "Tickets to My Downfall," and Fit for King's newest album, "The Path," I believe it's called.
yeah. And I also mentioned Deftones which is the good album that we might, maybe I'll mention a few times. But it doesn't really have none of these albums have anything to do with each other. Obviously, they just all kind of came out. So it's
Yeah,
like, but so like what I usually do. Oh fuck, we can talk about Movement's new album too because that came out last week and that's fucking fantastic. You need to listen to that still. But usually like when a new album comes out that I've been like kind of pumped for, I try and like throw on headphones because I feel like that's the best way that I like absorb music and can like hear the layers to it and stuff.
right.
So I'll throw on my headphones and usually I'll try to like do nothing else. Like sometimes if we're at work and it's past midnight, like I'll listen to it. Like that's what I did with the Movements album, and I didn't really get anything from it because it was playing, but there's so much other stuff going on.
Yeah,
So like literally the next day, I like put my headphones on and like turned off the lights and like just kind of like listened to it and tried to like get. So that's what I did with Tickets to My Downfall when it came out. I like put my headphones on and I just tried to like kind of. I say this usually ironically, but I just tried to like kind of vibe with it, you know.
yeah,
And I just didn't. I didn't get like a single. The opening track right before it gets to like the punk part, and it's like just the acoustic guitar, and he's like, "I sold some tickets to whatever." Like, I think that part's really good actually, and I think
yeah.
that if he would have stuck with like a theme for that song, and it was that slow kind of like, and he had like a build, like I feel like that song, it just goes from that to like the dun 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 dun
Yeah.
digga, and then it's like all the fast stuff. I just don't. I mean, I don't know. And like another thing is I feel like he's not that good of a singer. You know, like
He's
he really
not.
only has like the one like he doesn't really have any range. You know, so it's like it just gets kind of I guess it just gets kind of boring to listen to. And that, did you listen to the whole thing?
I listened to
Did you hear the song with Halsey in it?
no.
Oh my god, dude! And that song, like her voice is so bad in that, like in that song. I'm sure Halsey can sing. I don't really listen to pop music, so like I don't really know what she's doing nowadays. I know like my ex used to listen to her and stuff like that. But in that song, her voice is so freaking high and nasally that it's like it's almost unlistenable. Like
Right, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. So that's what I tried to do. And like the reason I was like so excited for this album is because like on his last album he had like I Think I'm Okay, and I think even like Glass House and Candy were kind of on the not pop punk side, but a little more like on the rock side for him.
Hmm.
So I was oh yeah, if he puts out something and it's something like this, like I think it'd be really good. So then he releases like Bloody Valentine, and I'm like okay yeah, this kind of sounds it sounds like a little like Candy in a way, and then he released like Concert for Aliens, and I was like, oh, this just sounds like a Blink 182 ripoff. And then he released like My Ex's Best Friend, and I was like, I don't mind that song, but the lyrics are very shallow and I don't know. There's really nothing to him, I think. But
Right. We need
so
ocean
you know, I was
music
kind of
around
excited
here.
for this album, and I feel like he hyped it up all summer and stuff like that, and then it just I don't know, just kind of let me down. I feel like.
I see a lot of like comments and criticisms saying that he like brought pop punk back. Like I really feel like pop punk hasn't gone anywhere.
No, no, absolutely not. I mean, dude, I've been a pop punk guy since fucking I was probably 10 years old, you know? So it's like I grew up listening to like Blink and Sum 41 and like Simple Plan and shit, like back when I was like on TRL, and then I kind of drifted away from that a little bit in high school, but then I got back into it with like Neck Deep and The Story So Far and Knuckle Puck and stuff, and
Yeah.
even um, like Title Fight doesn't really do pop punk. Well, they're not a band anymore, but they did for like their first album. But I mean, there's tons of pop punk bands still, and they still make. It's not the same. I think pop punk lyrics now have more substance to them than they did back in the early 2000s. Like I
Yeah,
think.
because like early 2000s, like I grew up listening to fucking Paramore and My Chem. Like
Yeah.
there were angsty teenager lyrics. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Yeah, and now there's still a level of like angst to him, but like Neck Deep's latest album, like I don't know how many people know this or not, but it's actually like a concept album. They like wrote a story that went with it and shit. It's really
yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
And but you wouldn't know it from listening to it. I think that's what makes it a great concept album is you wouldn't like you can listen to any song and it's fine. Like you don't have to know. Well,
Right.
but like I think that's a great album. It has some very like early 2000s pop punk moments, but the lyrical content I think is like much like deeper than what it would have been in the early 2000s. So it's like I don't know, like I don't think pop punk ever like died, but like I watched a punk rock NBA video where he was talking about like these rappers that are doing like some rock stuff in their music. Like are they saving rock? And I'm like I don't think they're saving it. They're making like some of that stuff more popular probably because
Right.
they're just more popular than like some of the bands and bands that we listen to, but I don't think that's like necessarily like because I mean I think rock's always gonna have like a dedicated like I don't think it's ever gonna go anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
It's not the most popular because most of the time it's not as easy to digest as like like the pop music that comes out and stuff. Because people just eat. I guess people just eat that shit up. I don't know. Like I've never really like
It's,
listened to the stuff that's on the radio. So
I think it's because it's really easy to listen to. Um, it sticks with you more. Like that's the whole design of pop music is to stick with you, to be catchy, to kind of always be in your ear. Um, like easy to listen to, easy to digest. And I think a lot of the reason rock isn't as popular nowadays is because it's a lot harder to digest. Like I said, like we listen to music for three reasons: to either because it sounds good, to relate to it, or because it makes us feel good. Um, but rock doesn't always make you feel good, I guess. Like the good ones, at least in my opinion, because the lyrics kind of hit a lot harder, but they don't really hit that hard in a positive sense.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, and even like I mean, there's rap like that too. Like the stuff you don't hear on the radio.
right.
Like
But that's like even rock that's on the radio, I really don't like because it's more poppy than anything. Like it's
what? I hear you bumping Shinedown all the time.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they got some good songs,
I'm
but
just
like,
kidding.
but
But yeah, they're also we're not going to get on like a Shinedown rant, but they're also one of those bands that I feel like sold out in a lot of
oh yeah,
ways.
for
Like
sure,
now I feel like they just make the same stuff over and over and over.
because it sells, and that's the
Yeah,
sad part about
yeah,
it is that like
yeah, yeah.
the
And like I said, like I understand you got to make a living, but
right,
at the same time, it's like you can make a like if you're like even like a little bit famous in music, like I don't know, you can make a comfortable living like not selling. I don't know, like not selling out. You know,
right,
like um like Bill Murray. I think yeah, I've showed you Bill Murray, the guy who did like a decent cup of coffee and all that. Like he puts
yeah,
all that stuff out himself, and then he's like, I know he's played shows, but he said that he'd rather just like put the money that he gets from his stream revenue back into like his production so
hmm,
that his stuff sounds better. But I think he has like 200,000 monthly listeners on Spotify or something like that, or like it's not like an absurd amount, because there's people that have like millions,
right,
and like like he makes a decent living, and like so do those what's the other band I'm thinking of? Um, Our Last Night, they just do like all the covers and stuff.
yeah, yeah,
Like they
yeah.
make original music too, but
Hmm.
I think
I don't
their
think
bread and butter is
their
really the
original music's
covers.
as good. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But like that's kind of like their niche is like they're like the band that's known for like making these good covers on YouTube and stuff. So it's like, but I've seen like a house tour for one of the singers, and it's like, man, they have a comfortable life. It's like, I mean, I'm sure they tour when they can. They play the original stuff. I don't know how much stuff they sell, but it's like just from their YouTube, uh, like revenue and Spotify streams and stuff like that. I guess they make good enough money live a comfortable life. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to sell out. And it's like,
Right.
if you make good quality music, you really wouldn't have to sell out anyways. But
It's crazy to think like how much you can make just off of like YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that alone. Like you got some of the big Twitch streamers who literally own mansions and like Lamborghinis and stuff, and it's crazy to think that,
or like own an island.
right. It's crazy to think like this guy just plays video games for like 8 hours a day and he just has a fucking Lamborghini.
You just have a Lamborghini, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
like our
yeah,
last night, like I bet a lot of their money comes from like YouTube revenue and stuff like that.
yeah.
Because that's kind of where they started. They were a YouTube cover band, and that's how I Prevail was too. Like the only reason that I Prevail kind of became big was because of their Taylor Swift cover, and then everyone like latched onto that, and then they started making their
Star
own
last
stuff.
night did better.
Yeah, I agree. I actually like their cover better, but
Yeah.
I feel like I Prevail is also selling out in a sense, because like their stuff they did before, like it was okay. Um, but now it's more generic. It's more poppy rock and designed to be on the radio.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I've kind of always thought they were like that. Even like their old, like more metalcore stuff, I thought was like still generic metalcore. Like I never really thought too much of them as musicians. And I mean, like I don't get me wrong, I understand like I ain't shit, but like I'm a consumer, so it's like I feel like I can like I listen to a lot of music, so I feel like I'm not saying that makes me an expert, but just like I said, I never want to seem like I'm just like shitting on bands. I've just never personally liked them, I guess.
Right.
But
And then I don't
yeah, then they got like a song now with like Joyner Lucas and stuff, and like that's cool. I like collabs like that, but I don't like the song. You know, like it comes
yeah.
out and I'm like, oh, I don't think Joyner Lucas is really a rock kind of doesn't blend well with rock. I don't think like some rappers do.
Yeah. Like I don't despise the band. They're not like my favorite. Like they're okay. And they'll always be okay to me unless they have like a big breakout album, but they've always been okay to me. They're okay to me now. They have some good songs in my opinion, don't get me wrong, but they're okay. And I feel
Yeah,
like that's the problem with a lot of radio rock. It's not bad. It's not
it's just
great.
okay.
It's just okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I think that's kind of what like if it's I don't know, and there's probably some sort of like I don't want to say like science, but yeah, I just sent you a meme.
Did you just send me a meme in the middle of you talking?
Oh fuck, it's pretty funny though. It's pretty.
Oh, let me check. I gotta check this out right now.
Yeah, check it out
This
real
is the top of my priorities.
quick. Can you imagine? I don't even know if you can do that. If you can walk in and be like, "Can I just see an AR?" I don't know. Yeah, I feel like if it's like great or if it's like really good music, it's. I don't want to say like it wouldn't be on the radio because I mean I don't really listen to the radio now, so I think I don't really know what's on there. But I feel like that a lot of people really don't. Like radio's probably dying because what do you do in your car?
You
You know what I'm
can,
saying? Like
yeah,
you can,
yeah,
I mean, you
right.
connect
Like,
your phone.
I
Like
mean,
for like
yeah,
90, for like 75% of people connect to their phone. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, that's
yeah,
probably not an accurate statistic, but like a lot of people do, I'm sure. Like even when, sure, even
sure.
when, even when I had like my older truck, like the one that you know my dad has now, I had like a little adapter to hook my phone up to because I just didn't. I don't like listening to the radio, man, because the like when we used to listen to it when we worked at La Rosa's, like dude, like the same song would come on like 3 times a shift. You
What?
know, it's
Yeah,
like
like when I
you
would
don't have
open,
8 hours worth of it just gets repetitive and boring. Like
when I would open, um, my manager would have like the country station on, and like I'm not a huge country music fan. I don't know what it is about it. I just don't enjoy listening to the genre. But the same like 5 songs would be on repeat, and it would be every single day.
but maybe it wasn't the same five. They just
Maybe
all sound
maybe it
so
wasn't,
similar.
but I'm like
You know?
90% sure.
No, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it was. But
But
I
it's
think like with country, like it's not that I don't like the twangy kind of like vocals and stuff like that, or the southern guitars and stuff like that. Like, I kind of like all that stuff. It's like most of the time, I think a lot of the songs end up sounding the same. But I also I don't like the lyrical content, man. Like I don't know, because it's just like, fuck. You know what? I'm gonna Google most cringy country lyrics. All right.
Oh god, like one of my biggest problems with country now too is that it's literally just pop music, but with like somebody who was like born in the South or something singing it. Like,
Oh, and it will be like it'll be like some electric drums, with
yeah,
like not like 808s or anything like that, but like it just yeah, it just doesn't make any
it's
sense.
extremely like okay. There is country music I do like. Like I like old Johnny Cash, like older country music, like kind of just solo guitar. Just this is how it is. Like I like that kind of country music. I don't like the newer stuff, like the poppier stuff. I don't like the really fast paced like gimmicky music almost. But like if Johnny Cash were to sit down and play his guitar and like just even say a song to me, not even have to sing it, I like that a lot better, at least.
Yeah.
And I mean even like Johnny Cash stuff, I listen to it a lot because it's I can somewhat relate to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta show you this artist. He's not country, but he has like a little bit of like a southern drawl to his music. He does more like indie stuff, but his name's Field Medic, and I'm pretty sure he puts his stuff out independently. He's only got like 2,000 subscribers, but he's super. I think it's super good, but it's definitely got like some like country twang to it. But I think it's good. And it's relatable. But here's some here's a country lyric from a Trace Adkins song, and it's and woo wee shut my mouth, slap your grandma. I don't know the context of the song, but
Bars.
bars. Um,
I'm pretty sure that song's
I don't know
literally
what's
just about big asses.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I
tons of
think
shit
it's
like
called
that.
like
I mean, you see that stuff in rap too. I'm not saying you don't, or I'm not saying there's not cringy lyrics other
right. No, there
places.
definitely
I'm just
are.
saying like baby, when I met you, there was peace unknown. I set out to find you with a fine tooth comb. I mean, like I guess I get the metaphor there. I just don't. I mean, but hold on, there was one up here. Uh, I guess it's from an artist called Merle. It says before microwave ovens, when girls could still cook and still would. That's just in a song.
That's
I guess that's a little older, but
damn.
here's a Keith Urban one that just says your precious heart is a precious heart.
Right in the
That fucking
feels.
dude, like I felt that
Right
on
in
like
the
a deeply
feels.
personal level. Um,
Dude, when he said before microwave ovens, like I just felt that.
yeah, I was trying to find the ones that are like when he said microwave. I was trying to find the ones that are like like I'd like to check you for ticks and shit like that.
Yeah,
Because I'm
like
just like I guess I get the sentiment, like body like a back road. I get the sentiment. You're trying to say that the girl you're talking about's curvy. Like I understand what you're saying. It's just it's a weird way. It's a simple way to put it that feels like you're catering to it. You ever watched fuck dude, we need to watch this together. Is fucking Bo Burnham's newest special on Netflix. He only has two, but um man, what's the newer one called? I know the first one's called what? It's called Make Happy. And he does a song that's like making fun of country, but it's like really good. I don't know how I mean maybe we'll watch it. I'll send it to you after this or something. But he talks about how like these people talk about. Oh God, you're frozen.
you're
Oh, there you
frozen
go.
too. I can hear you at least, but you're frozen.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah. So, but he talks about how these people are like, um, like I drive a tractor and I do all this, but it's like you don't. You have like gold-plated fucking boots and you're on a private jet
Right.
going to these shows. So that's what I'm saying. He's saying like these people are like catering to audience stuff like that. So like it's pretty cool, but I don't know. I've been talking for a while, dude. So just shut me up.
No, you're fine. I mean that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about stuff. That's what the podcast is.
Stuff. Yeah, we could easily you and I just turn this into a fucking music podcast every week.
We easily could, yeah, I agree. Um but yeah, like I feel like country music now just caters to the masses.
Fantastic, dude.
Fantastic. I
You
feel
gotta
like
try it.
I probably will, yeah. Sounds interesting. Um But yeah, I feel like country music caters to the masses because, like, if you listen to the country music radio now, what is it? It's majority pop music, pretty much, with maybe like a southern drawl or like a little bit of like twang to it, but
Right. Yeah.
it's mostly just pop music. And I feel like it's been that way for a while because I remember listening to like Keith Urban and stuff growing up. 'Cause that's what would be on the radio. And you know, there's not a distinguishment between a genre when you listen to a country station and you hear a song, and then you listen to the pop station and you hear that same song. That's how you know
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
you're going from like
Well, I'm trying to think of that fucking group's name that put out the really, really cringy. Oh,
Lumineers.
Florida Georgia Line.
Oh yeah,
They put out like some of the cringiest. Like to me, that's cringy. Like some of the songs they put out. And I can't think of any of their songs now, but
there was one. Oh, it
it was a
was.
musical duo.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's just it's pop music with like a drawl or like some kind of twang to it. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not country.
I was thinking of Cruise. That song was like
Oh
really
yeah,
big when I
that
was in
song
high
was
school.
huge. Yeah.
I mean, like, let's look at this on fucking. Won't play it, but no, don't play. 133 million views on you, almost 134. So it's like, yeah, I mean, and they sell out fucking stadiums and all sorts of stuff. So I guess in a way, it's like more. I don't want to say more power to them because I think it's like there's just nothing to it. And I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's. And I feel like people would be like, well, that's their art, but it's like it's not though. Like it's just
See,
I don't
yeah,
know.
like I feel like they're just catering to people. Like if I was
Yeah.
like in a band or if I was a musician or something, I wouldn't want to be known for how much money I make or selling out stadiums or anything like that because I want to be known, for my art form. I want to be known for what I put out, not the figures that I make and stuff like that.
Yeah. It's like, well, he makes it so much money. It's like, yeah, but his music's shit, you know.
Right, yeah.
Or
Like
it's like, yeah, or it's like J. Cole has a song on his last album. I don't know. It's the closing track where he says, fuck, I forget the bar before, but then he says, like, have you ever thought about your impact? Because it's a song that's supposed to be directed at like newer rappers and stuff like that.
right.
And it's kind of like that too. Like, it's like don't focus on the money as much. Like, if you get the money, that's fine. Because like if you grow up in the gutter, like a lot of these rappers claim to do, it's like if you grow up in the gutter and then you go to making millions of dollars, it's like you don't need to necessarily keep hustling for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
Right, yeah.
maybe focus on like making good music. Like, I don't know. And same for bands. Like, I'm saying, like a lot of bands, like the guys in bands aren't necessarily like rich before they start. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, yeah.
like. But then if you can make a couple million and stuff like that, it's like that's awesome. But, you don't necessarily need to sell out and make hundreds. But maybe it's like almost like 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 when you get your first job, you're like, oh my god, I'm getting $200 every 2 weeks. This is crazy.
Right,
Like I'm
yeah.
talking about high school shit. But then it's like you're like, man, I can make more money, and then you get a job making more money, and you're like, oh my god, I make this much. And then you go for a promotion, you're like, I make this much. But it's like maybe it's that thing that like it's never enough,
Yeah.
and like that's why they keep going. Sometimes they're like, well, if I just sell out, I can just make more money. And then it's like, if I just sign my soul to the devil, I'll just be fine.
I mean, like I'm guilty of this too, and I know a lot of people are. Is that we we don't find contentment anymore as a society. Like we always want more. We always want to take, but we're not a giving culture either. Like we look out for ourselves pretty much. Um, and like it's hard for us to find contentment with where we are because we know that like somebody else has more, we could always have more, stuff like that. Which in some senses that's not a bad mentality to have. If you're using it right, I think. Like if you want to make an impact, like yeah, you can always do more. But in terms of like how much money you make, like are you really gonna be happier because you make more money? I mean, maybe, but like it's not gonna be the cure for all your ailments. At least I think.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
like
absolutely.
the energy that you spend, like, oh, I don't have this or I could have this, if you spent it be more focused on like, okay, well, I have this and I have this, I feel like we'd be a lot happier as people. But instead, we kind of let ourselves be bogged down by like what other people have, and I feel like that like kind of drags us down mentally because like, oh well, I'm not good enough as this person and stuff like that. That's why I feel like comparing yourself to other people is a bad idea because it's just adding this unnecessary negative, right? Whereas
Right. Yeah.
if you were to just kind of, think about where you are truly, like I guarantee a lot of people are a lot better off than they think they are, especially
Yeah.
like from where they were previously in life. But a lot of people don't see that and they kind of get dragged down by the idea of, well, other people have it better or other people are doing better. But if we just kind of focus on ourselves, I feel like we'd be happier. And like if you're not happy, like okay, well, don't spend your energy thinking about how this guy makes more money than you. Think about how you can set yourself up to make your own successes. And, you know, and a lot of people think that like things come overnight, but they really don't. Because ultimately like it's on you, right? You got to put in the time, you got to put in the work, you got to put all the effort. And then you can start reaping your rewards. I mean, nothing's going to happen if you just kind of sit here and chill and whatnot. But that's just what I think.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it sucks because I feel like so many people do kind of like dwell on like comparing themselves to other people, you know.
Right.
But it's like there's really, I mean, I can't think of a reason you would ever like need to do that. You know, like there's really, I mean, it's like, and a lot of times it's like, yeah, just focus on yourself and like what you're doing and what you got going on because it's yeah. But it's like as it's probably something we're just kind of like conditioned to do or something, you know, like as a society, like we're constantly like comparing ourselves to other people. I mean, like I could personally say that I try to not do that, but it like I'd be lying if I was like watching something on YouTube and I'm like, damn, like that dude's tight. Like I wish I was more
Right,
like him
yeah,
or like something
like
like
I
that.
said,
You know, it's
I'm
like people like I do that shit all the time.
yeah.
But you know, hey, real quick, I'm gonna go take a piss.
We'll take a piss.
Piss break.
Piss break. Hashtag piss break.
Oh.
But yeah, like I don't know, I feel like we kind of fall into this loophole of like comparing ourselves to others and um basically just creating unnecessary drama, I guess, within ourselves. Whereas if we just kind of take the step back to like think about where we truly are, maybe we'd be happier as people. We wouldn't think we're, as worse off as we might be. Um, and yeah, I just and like he said, you don't we don't think there's a reason you ever need to, and that's the thing, right? Is that we don't need to, but we're doing it anyway. And it kind of makes sense because we live in this like consumerist society, right? And a lot of emphasis that we place on people is because of the socioeconomic status and how much money they make, basically how many things they can buy, and we let ourselves fall into that comparison of, well, I can't buy as much as this person, and I think that comes from like the consumerist society that we live in, pretty much. How's your piss?
It was fantastic.
Fantastic. I
It
just
was. I need to clean my bathroom, but
uh,
it's fine.
I was
No,
just
I
like,
like last week I like emptied the shower and shit, like all the stuff out of the shower, and I like sprayed it with cleaner and shit like that. And then I don't know what I did, but I just forgot. So like all the stuff's still out of the shower. I mean the cleaner's not in there obviously because we've showered like 10 times since then. But I just haven't. I mean I it's not like disgusting. I just need to clean the bathroom. But because normally like we'll clean the house on like Saturday or Sunday, and we just won't do the bathroom sometimes because it's the least fun. I guess I don't know.
yeah,
I fucking thought of something when I was in there though. Now I forget what it was. So it probably wasn't that important.
maybe it was, maybe it was the cure to everything.
Oh, it could, yeah, it could have been. You
You
know,
just forgot.
just fucking forgot.
Forgot.
Ugh. Um,
Where were we?
yeah.
I was just talking about how like because of the consumerist society that we live in, we kind of judge ourselves like based off of how much other people can buy, basically like their socioeconomic status. And how we kind of fall into that loophole of like, well, I can't buy as much as this person, so I must not be like as successful or something like that. It's and like you said, you don't see a reason why we would need to do that, and we don't have a need to do that, but we do it anyway.
Right. Like, yeah, there's never a reason I feel like you need to be like, let's do this.
Let's do,
Let's compare
yeah,
ourselves. Like, yeah, there'd never really be like a reason, I think. But
right.
um, yeah, a lot of that probably comes from being like insecure and stuff too. Like I've always been like extremely insecure, and like personally, I've like because like I have an older brother. I mean, obviously you know that.
Yeah,
I don't know if people watch this. I don't know if they know we're stepbrothers or not.
we're lovers.
We're fucking stepbrothers, and we'll keep it at that. No, I'm just kidding.
Help! I'm stuck in the podcast.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the podcast. Um, no, I'm actually in love with Tim. No, I'm just kidding. And yes, I had an older brother. I've always had an older brother. You know, he didn't come along when I was like
Right,
10.
yeah, he just showed up at one
Um,
day
so I
and
always thought like I wasn't as good as him and stuff, and I was just like good looking and all that kind of stuff. So it's like I've always kind of had those feelings. I don't really have them as much now because I just don't. I don't. I kind of grew out of it a little bit. But like I remember when I was younger, it was like, you know, very very insecure about that kind of stuff. And I mean, I still have insecurities. I think everybody does, but
yeah.
you know, you'd be lying if you were like, I'm not insecure.
There's gotta be
Yeah,
this
and that's
like
probably why a lot of people go online seeking for approval. I mean,
right.
I'm not saying anything profound there. I'm sure everybody knows that kind of stuff.
I mean, you can be like as bold and confident as you want to be, but I know there's at least one thing that you're insecure about or uncertain about.
Yeah, I feel like the people that put on that kind of front, that like bold, confident front, it's like those are the people that go home and they're just like,
Right. Those are
you
probably
know,
the people
why
that
are
are
my hands so small? Like,
those
so,
are
you know,
probably
something
the
like,
people that are the most insecure, the people that put up the
yeah,
facade of how confident they are. But
yeah.
but
Um,
why do you
oh no, good.
why do you think we're insecure? Because we compare ourselves to others, right? Because that's where a lot of
Yeah, it's like
insecurity
a
breeds
vicious.
from, I
So we
think.
could, yeah, it's like a vicious cycle or whatever, or it's just ironic. You know, it's like man, what did Fat Bastard say? I eat because I'm fat,
I'm fat because
or
I
I eat
eat.
because I'm sad, and I'm sad
Sad
because
because
I'm fat,
yeah.
or something like that. It's like,
No, he says I eat because I'm sad, and I'm sad because I eat.
yeah, yeah. It's like,
How did you
man,
get in here? The door's closed.
you gotta start putting timestamps in the when you put this on YouTube, like Aurora comes in at.
We got like an Aurora counter.
So the door's closed. She used to like stick her paw under the door and stuff like that
Yeah,
too.
but no, the door's still closed unless she like
Yeah,
came
I
in
mean,
and then
yeah.
closed the door.
She's magical. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know where
Magically
my cat
fat.
is. Deco.
He just like he sprints across the camera.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking crazy. I was like coming up the stairs earlier, and he just like went ballistic and just like freaked out and then ran under the bed. And I was like, buddy, like I wasn't even like sometimes when I'm running up the steps, he gets like amped up and like runs with me and shit. But sometimes he just has a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So I just fed him. I was like, hopefully if he eats, he'll just take a nap.
Well,
It's like a child.
I don't think she has that problem.
She's like, stop. Deku's like the opposite of Aurora because he'll like meow for you to pet him, and then when you start petting him, he backs up and he's like, I meant pet me with your eyes, bitch.
See,
But like
she's
her, she's like, no, pet me like with like your hands though,
right, and like if you like
like love
if
me.
you pull your hand away, she'll just start smacking at you. Like
Yeah,
and then like I'm petting her right now, she's biting my finger. Like
yeah,
what do
she's
you
wild.
want? Women like god damn.
What do you
What do you
want?
want? What do you
I
want?
don't understand women. Women.
Women.
Yeah, but
It's like you're nudging against me and you're purring, but you're biting me. Like, what do you want?
yeah. But yeah, dude. So back to this music shit though. I'm just gonna real quick. I'm just gonna mention the new Deftones album. um,
I don't even think we talked about Fit for. Like, I stopped petting her and she like smacked me.
that's what she's mean. Look, her
She's mean.
tail's wagging. She's about to attack you.
Right, like her tail's wagging, like, and she's purring, but like she's smacking me and she's
Open the
biting
door,
me.
like open the door, like Mom, get your fucking cat.
Oh gosh, I don't want her to like hit the box on accident. Oh god, you're coming out.
Awful lot of tissues next to your bed, bud. Hey, nice shirt though.
I got it from some sexy stud who plays guitar and plays the drums.
Yeah, it's I like those shirts. Those ones just didn't fit. My brother gave me like a bunch of those because he used to forget what site it was. He used to subscribe to one of those sites, you know, that like sends you clothes every month.
Yeah.
But like all he does is work out and go to work. So I don't know
Yeah.
why he would ever need that much. You know what I'm saying? Like why would you ever need that like clothes like that? Like they don't go. You know, he's a dad now. They don't like do a whole lot. I don't think. Not to be like mean. I don't do shit outside of work. So it's like
I don't
I
either.
was just
Like,
saying, like, I don't think they do a whole lot of. I mean, when they do, it's usually like an event they like dress up for. It's like a wedding or like a family thing, so they get like real nice. I don't know.
right.
Maybe that was a while ago because Alex hasn't been that size in fucking 4 years probably. So, um. Oh, okay. So the Deftones album. I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying, just talk about it real quick because I became a Deftones fan in 2013 when Scott was 13 years old.
Yeah, that's me.
um. I saw them. They opened up for Avenged Sevenfold when I saw them one time, and I don't know if you never listened to Deftones. Like old Deftones is different than new Deftones. You know, it's like they were kind of like a new metally like. Uh, I really don't know how to describe their music. It doesn't even really like fit into a genre. All I know is that a few songs of this album fucking made me feel like more than I have from music in fucking years. Like they're so good, just the way they're written and everything. And I guess they worked on it for a while, and they weren't gonna release it because of the like everybody, you know, because of quarantine, they couldn't tour on it and stuff. But then they were just like, I guess they were just like, fuck it, we might as well just release it. So
Right.
super good album, man. You should check it out.
I gotta give it a good check out.
And the Movements album.
There've been some really solid albums this year. Like the Currents album, This Is How It Ends. I think that was a really fantastic album. Um I forget what the new Polaris album is, and it's gonna bother me because I listen to it like daily. I need to like figure this out. The Death of Me, the Polaris album, The Death of Me. I think that's probably my album of the year. It's really good in my opinion. I'll send that to you too. I think you'd like it a lot. But there've been some really solid albums that came out this year, and there've been some really disappointing albums that came out this year.
Yeah.
Like the MGK album we were talking about, The Path from Fit for a King. It's so
Yeah, we didn't really talk about that.
yeah, we didn't. It's just so like cookie cutter generic, and it's literally just like a Parkway Drive ripoff. Like there's parts of it that sound the exact same from like Parkway Drive songs from like 5 years ago.
Yeah, there was another comment I saw on I can't remember which song, but they were saying like, "Oh, this sounds just like something like some song by Wage War," and I was like, "Yeah, I could see that too." And some of those, but I mean, Wage War is another one of those bands that I think is kind of getting to a generic point too.
Wage War's first album was really good, and then their latest album they put, I think it's called Pressure. It's just it's generic, and that's
Even the name, like, not to be like shitting on everything, but it's just like with a name like it's just I feel like nothing's like original anymore. I don't know, like even like the names people name their album, like what people name their albums and stuff. I feel like isn't like
yeah, like they had such a good promise. Like they were like America's like up and coming metalcore band, and then they dropped Pressure and it just disappointed everybody. Like there's some good songs off.
I'm tired of Australia shitting on us. That's all.
I know, like God, dude, Australia has so many good bands. Especially right now, because what Parkway Drive's from Australia,
Yeah, it's like
Polaris is from
Northlane,
Australia, North Lane in Heart's Wake,
No, Architects from the
Architects
UK,
is
I
from
think.
UK.
Yeah.
But there's
But
so
regardless.
there's so many good Australian metal bands right now, and they're literally killing the game. Like Polaris, The Death of Me, it's my album of the year, and they're killing it. And the thing is like, um, Polaris' first album and Wage War's first album came out at like roughly the same time. Um, since that point, Wage War's put out two albums. They've both been okay. They've been mediocre. Since Polaris' first album, they've only put out this other album, and I think it's fucking phenomenal. And like they're really taking their time with it, and they're really killing the game, and they're not straying from what they came from. Like
Yeah.
Wage War fell into like this kind of like genericism, um, which isn't what they were at all. Like they were, like I said, they were America's like up and coming metalcore band, and they were really good. And then they just kind of fell flat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think, man, if I had like a album of the year, like this didn't come out this year, did it? No. I mean, I won't use any rap because I don't know. Man, Monomania came out this year actually, so I mean that was a super fucking good album too.
That's true. It came out like really early. It's like in the beginning, didn't it?
Came out like February.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, that was super good. And that album's actually kind of a departure from what they had kind of done previously because there's not as many guitars on that album. It's a lot more like melodic, I guess. I don't know. It's really good. I like that album a lot. I guess All Distortions Are Intentional came out this year, so that might be a contender. I don't really know. I guess the year's not over yet either, so it's like could be anyone's guess.
Right. But
But I like as of what I've been listening to lately. I mean, I'd probably pick the Movements album. Like a really solid album. That's one that I was like really hyped for,
hmm.
because I don't think they'd released anything since 2017. So like it took 3 years, but it's I think it was worth it. But um, also they like toured a lot. Like I think that's a big part of it is like I don't know. You get kind of burnt. I feel like you can get kind of burnt out doing that. So then it's like when you get done, you got to take some time off. And then it's like
Yeah.
nobody expected this quarantine either, so it's like couldn't put out what they wanted to put out. But um,
Second best album of the year though, Eskimo Callboy MMXX. Fucking fantastic.
oh yeah, no, it is.
It's
It's yeah, it's a fucking heater. I listen to it at work all the time. Actually,
yeah.
like I put it on. It's fucking great.
It's just like it's it's really not straying from what they were because like the last time they dropped an album, they were like a fucking mid 2000s
Like
electronic core
electronic
band,
horror.
and now
Man,
they're like a
yeah,
2020 electronic core band, and I fucking love it.
yeah. No, that's it's yeah. I think it's great, and it's like any other band that was doing that is either like not making music anymore or they've like completely switched up,
Right? Yeah.
like Asking Alexandria or like whoever else that still I don't even know. I can't even think of another band that used to make music like that does it, that still makes music.
The only thing I can think of is like Stick Sickly, Attack Attack.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're not a band anymore though.
Yeah.
Uh,
Who made music
yeah,
like
and
that?
like I don't
That's
think
fucking
like Abandon All
around.
Ships doesn't make music or anything like that. So it's like yeah, it's crazy. Like they're like the only ones that would be like doing that really, So it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of cool.
That's the thing I like
Yeah,
about rock music too, is like there's so many different subgenres to rock that it keeps it kind of like fresh and interesting. Like
yeah,
you have like, pop punk, you have metalcore, you have electronic core, you have all these different like nuances and different like
yeah.
areas you can
Yeah, and
diverge
especially
in.
if you're into like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
I think that's good for your musical palette or whatever.
And like
Because like I
if
definitely knew people. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
I was just gonna say, like, if people ask like what kind of like music I listen to, I'm like, well, rock, but like there's a lot of different variances in that. Like
Yeah.
general genre, I
Yeah,
guess.
I usually say like everything but country.
Pretty much, like I'm the same way. Like I listen to like I don't only listen to rock. It's just majority of what I listen to.
Sometimes you gotta throw on some Secret Agent, man. Throw everybody off.
Right? Yeah. I mean, even then, that's still technically rock.
Oh yeah.
But well, yeah. Like I'll listen to like some like obscure rap or something like that, or like some like indie song that has like 2,000 views on YouTube. Like I consider myself like really open minded when it comes to music. I'll give everything a shot, even if I know that I'll hate it. But um, I try to go into it with the most like unbiased view that I can, and just try to like listen to the music for what it is. Like shit, even generic stuff. Like I'll listen to like Ariana Grande from time to time, just for no reason whatsoever.
Just sometimes you gotta throw on some Ari, you know.
You just gotta put on some No Tears Left to Cry, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Because sometimes you have no tears left to cry. I'm trying to think of this like poppy thing that I like listen to or like have on my phone, like poppy sounding, not necessarily like the new Paris album. I think is pretty. It's pretty poppy. Like it's definitely not like there's like really not a whole lot of real instruments in it. But I don't have a problem with that. I still like that. I still like their music. I mean, that's probably the most poppy thing I've found. Probably not. I don't know. I'd have to go through my phone, I guess. But
I'll
yeah, man,
even
I like to throw a little bit of everything on sometimes.
yeah, like I'll even listen to like generic EDM and stuff like that from time to time too. Like I
Yeah, I'll throw on some lo-fi beats when I'm doing homework. I don't
right.
have homework, but you know,
Like
sometimes I'll do homework just to
if I
just to put
do
on
like
lo-fi beats.
if I do like just chatting streams or something, I'll just like throw some lo-fi in the background and just like vibe a little bit, you know? Just kind of
It's just
chill and
fucking, you
hang
know
out.
I'm saying I'll roll up a spliff and fucking um yeah. I mean, obviously that was a bit. Ugh,
I don't even know what
can't move
spliff
today.
is.
Spliff? I think that's what my dad calls it.
Dude, dad calls it? Okay. Back in the day.
Zam.
Zam.
Yeah, I'm about to get some more of these. Fucking good. And plus, it's in a glass bottle.
Isn't it a glass
Just
bottle? You just don't see that anymore. It's just plastic everywhere.
they're like fucking $3 a drink though. So it's like that would be my most expensive habit. But if they're that good for you, I could buy one every other day, I think. I don't think that'd be too bad.
How much of that do you think is just the cost of the bottle?
Probably a lot. I should look at the ingredients because I bet you it's very similar to like buy, you know.
Probably, yeah.
And like buy is not like dirt cheap, but like my mom gets it at like Sam's Club or whatever. So
Yeah, she
I
buys
mean,
it
next
in
time she
bulk.
buys me a case, I'm just gonna ship it to your house. And I don't mind them. I got kind of burnt out on them because like when my mom first got me those, she was like, "Start drinking these instead of like pop all the time." And I was like, I understand. Like I drink a lot of pop, but it's not the same. Like my mom was like, "Start drinking these instead of those energy drinks." I'm like, "Well, these don't have caffeine in them." Like
Right,
that's why I
yeah.
drink the energy drinks. Like it's for the you know the caffeine.
Like one of my coworkers, Leonard, he was like, "You gotta stop drinking Powerades because you're not used to like having caffeine and stuff." I'm like, dude, I literally drink like at least a cup of coffee a day. Like I
Yeah,
I drink plenty of caffeine.
because for Scott's birthday, all he wanted was a decent cup of coffee.
It's a decent cup of coffee.
But yeah, yeah. It's I mean, tell him to talk to his brother. Like oh
Right, like
man,
his
one of our other coworkers takes a double shot espresso Starbucks little can and literally chugs it and then chases it with a nos. Like sometimes two, three times a day. It's
dude, I feel like if he
so
stops like drinking energy drinks, he would die.
I think he would pass. He'd pass on. I mean, there's no other. I don't. You know, your body would shut down from lack
Like
of caffeine.
I asked him one day what his like resting heart rate was, and like I genuinely want to know because it's probably like his heart just
Yeah.
at its resting state is just like
Yeah, no, it's so fast that it's just like it's like just a continuous, like it's just like a baseline.
It's
It's
alright.
not
Like
even
it's
like
so
you
fast. It
can't
doesn't
even
even like
differentiate when it
register.
beats because it's just
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and it's fucking expensive too. That's my thing. Is I'm like, dude, like, and I'm kind of guilty of that too. Because I mean, I'll buy like one or two energy drinks a day, like sometimes, and it's like $3 a day, I guess. But $21 a week,
Just think like
$84 a month.
instead of buying two energy drinks, you can just buy one of those bottles that you have there, and you're good to go.
I could just yeah, and I'd just be and my serotonin levels would rise because of the probiotics.
Exactly.
Because I heard that's a thing. Cody told me that, and I trust that man with my life. But also, dude, I ordered some merch like a month ago, and it's still not here. So like, what's good?
Dude, I ordered a Palisades hoodie in like June, and it's still not here.
Dude, my I talk about this like every week on the fucking podcast, but that fucking exclusive Prada shirt I bought still isn't here. And I ordered that like a month ago, and I'm just like, I don't have a way to fucking track it because I think I got a confirmation email, but I don't
Yeah, I
know.
got like a confirmation email, but like I still don't think it shipped, so I can't even like track it.
Anyway, brother, here's Wonderwall. Oh, this is probably so fucking out of tune. It's awfully flat. This fucking fell over last night. We were playing Monster Hunter.
Did it
Because
really?
it's right here, and this chair was right here that Maddie was sitting in last time we were doing the podcast,
Mhm.
and it just fell over. Oh, dude, she's actually calling me. She's probably on the way home from work.
Oh shit.
Hello? Hello? Hi. Oh, we're just on the podcast. You're, yeah, you're on speaker, so you're also on the podcast. What's up, baby? Oh, okay. You heading home? Yeah, yeah, I will. Yeah. I'm really tired. And you want an amp? I got an amp here. Uh,
Chilling like a krill, talking on his telephone, doing young Zoomer things, living his best young Zoomer life, staring intently at nothing, smiling, being all cute, being all handsome, being a whole ass man in a red gaming chair that's unmarked, living his best life, two guitars behind him, fish tank and a bookshelf, pair of glasses, two posters. He's living the life. He's living his best life. Got a statue in the back that says what something. Can't really read that well. It says Watchman. I'm gonna unmute his Discord right now. He's smiling because he can hear me now. Living his best life. He's about to hang up the phone call now. I'm just gonna look up into nothing in disgust, then look down at himself in pride. while he just thinks about that Watchmen thing in the back. It's probably like a movie collection or something. Maybe it's a board game. Who knows? Who knows the mystery behind this man? Is that a board game? Is that a collection of books? Is that a collection of movies? Who knows? Will we ever know what's behind the story of the Watchmen? But also, you got Ziggy in the fish tank, living his best fish life. He's got a tripod. Or no, I think it's actually a guitar stand. That's my mistake, because I'm an idiot. He can't actually play Wonderwall, so he's not a true guitarist. But you'll learn one day.
I don't know how to fucking play Wonderball, alright?
Sorry, Bubba, you'll learn.
I kind of would like to learn. I need to get a different acoustic guitar. This one, my mom's boyfriend gave to me like 3, 4 years ago. I've had that for a while. I've had that since I lived in my old apartment before I bought my house and stuff. I stickered the fuck out of it because I want to hang it up. I just want this one to be like decoration because I think it looks cool.
Right.
And look at how punk this acoustic guitar looks.
Dude, that's so punk.
That's so punk, dude. It's got everything from fucking
I see a
like a Rolling
Kiss
Stone
sticker.
sticker to Public Enemy to Kiss to Lamb of God to fucking Rage
Sum
Against the Machine to
41. Muse.
fucking yeah, dude. This one just says music from outer space.
But
Stuff on the sides too.
But it's funny because like it's from Earth. Is your music from outer space because it's simply just out of this world?
It's out of this world.
Out of this world. Like your cover of Wonderwall.
Yeah. Oh wait, you want to hear? I have an effect on my amp. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. It's like spacey.
Space? Like Kevin Spacey? Oh god, he's bringing out the axe. Oh god.
You hear it's like spacey.
That's a negative, Chief. I can't hear your spaciness.
No?
No, nothing.
Like, do you not hear that at all?
No, not really.
I guess I could put the mic closer. Turned it up and
Little bit.
now I can turn it up more, but I don't want to get a noise complaint.
You just have to show me when I'm there one day. I gotta do 6 whole ass push-ups.
Somebody cashed in some push-ups.
Cashed in some push-ups. During the podcast, how am I gonna talk doing push-ups? I had to move the pillow that my cat threw up on.
You know, as one does.
As one does, just wake up and dodge cat puke at night. This is what it is. Well, I say at night, but it was like 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I was still tired because I hadn't gone to bed until like 10 o'clock.
Real tired.
Real time, just all tuckered out. Allergies kicking the ever-loving hell out of my ass.
Yeah, you get some schwappy.
Get some schwappy. What other albums came out? The Currents, This Is How It Ends album. At least in terms of American metalcore, I feel like that's a really solid album that got put out. I'll send it to you too. I'll send you the Currents album. I'll send you the Polaris album, The Death of Me. This is my album of the year. I mean, unless something drops in the next few months that's just like absolutely killer, which I don't think it would happen. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know if anything else is supposed to come out. I mean, like, I'm trying to think, 'cause I feel like normally albums try to come out like spring, summer, and
Yeah.
late summer. I mean, I don't know. Maybe winter releases are a thing, but I know like a lot of stuff. Like, I remember like 2 years ago we went out of town, went to Gatlinburg, and I remember like 4 albums that just come out in like September, like right around my birthday and stuff. So I don't know if that's just like a popular time, but
I
yeah.
guess. I mean, maybe it's because like that's finally when people stop touring or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like you want to get it out in like the spring, so you go on like summer tours and stuff, and you have a new
Yeah.
album to. Or maybe they just come out whenever the fuck they're ready to come out. I don't know. Because I remember like the stage Avenged Simple that came out on like December 12th, I think. That was like almost like a surprise
Yeah, it just
release
came out
type.
of nowhere. So
Yeah.
that's how I
And
would
4 years fucking later, here we are with nothing new.
yeah, just I feel like if an album was gonna drop before the end of the year, it'd just be like a total surprise. But
Yeah.
other than that, I don't know of anything that's supposed to come out. If anything does come out, it would just be out of nowhere. Which that's kind of my favorite type of album, if I'm gonna be honest, just because I don't know what to expect.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't think of anything that's supposed to come out. I'll definitely send you those two albums though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm always like listening to new stuff at work too, so it's like
And like I'll
I was
just
trying I was trying to look up if anything else was coming out this year. This is a lot of fucking bands though that I've never heard of. This is that heavy metal.
wait, what are the bands called?
Until my funerals began.
Nope.
Mova Brew.
No.
Horde of Hell.
No.
Man, I can't even pronounce most of these album titles because they're like in like a different language, like fucking
Oh, you're
Latin
just
and
saying
shit.
the album titles or like the band names?
No, those are band names.
Oh, okay, yeah, no.
Uh, I'm trying to find like one that's like not funny, but like
God, even my like deeper deathcore, like Slaughtered to Prevail, like that's
this one's just old Nick.
Old Nick.
Old Nick.
Old
Cryptic
Nick.
Hatred.
Oh God.
I like a name like that because it's like they obviously just stuck two words together. Like that doesn't really
Right,
cryptic
like
hatred doesn't really mean
how would
anything.
you
Like
like hate somebody like in
cryptically.
code?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like you laugh like, oh, I hate you, and like you actually mean it though.
Unless it's like it's like it's like it's like Morse code.
Oh yeah,
But it's hate.
you're passing notes back and forth about how much you hate this other person and
Right, yeah.
dig
What's
underground
this?
tunnels just to deliver it.
This one's called War Cult.
War cult?
War Cult.
Alright, so nothing's coming out that isn't like obscure like death metal.
Yeah, it even has like the genres, and it's like industrial black doom. Hi, baby. Industrial black doom, atmospheric black metal.
Atmospheric black metal.
That's literally one of the fucking.
Things that you never thought you would hear in
This one
conjunction.
says avant-garde black metal. That's a pretty pretentious fucking genre title.
What is cutting edge black metal? Just
Yeah,
uh,
because like all of that kind of metal, I feel like always, I don't know. To me, that all that stuff kind of sounds the same.
it
Like
does, yeah. Can't understand what the fuck they're saying. Just
you ready to go?
drop tuned everywhere.
Doesn't matter. You want to say hi? No. Is it no? Why? Want me to put a shirt? Huh? Deku, do you want to say hi?
Getting abandoned.
Was he sleeping?
Sleeping.
He looks like he was sleeping. Yeah. Come here. What?
I like how
Like Scott's door was shut and Aurora just came in still. She just popped up on his bed.
like my door was still shut when she came in. That's the thing. So unless she
Like she
like
came in, shut the door, up in bed. Silently, mind you.
she came in, I was like, shut the door behind you, and she did. And I was like,
Shit.
okay.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Just shut the door. How's work? Slow. Look tired.
Maybe we should just like
Sleepy.
phase through the door.
Huh?
So maybe she like just phased through the door, like Casper, just walked straight through it.
Oh yeah. The other door, fucking the one that goes like out to the back sunroom. Not that door, but that room. You know, there's like the gap in the door. Like Rory used to go into there all the time.
Mhm.
It's impressive how cats can kind of like contort their bodies to like get their shit.
She can't do it anymore though. She's a little too
She was
large.
freaky whack. Yeah.
Rorschach probably could. Rorschach is tiny.
Yeah.
She could probably fit through. I think I've seen her fit through that like gap in the door.
Yeah.
But Aurora, and even if she like sucks in her gut, there's just no way she's getting through there.
No, no way.
She is fat, but she is happy. Maybe maybe there is a link between your stomach being happy and serotonin in your brain. Just gotta be fat and happy.
You gonna try it? I was telling Scott this has probiotics in it, and if you take good care of your gut, they say that well they say it like releases serotonin and stuff. Mm-hmm.
Start petting my stomach.
Yeah.
Then I'll be. Maybe that's why like people get satisfaction out of rubbing their belly. You know,
You like it?
caress
I
it a
actually
little
think it's
bit.
pretty good.
And it's in a glass bottle. You can't get that everywhere.
And it's in a glass bottle. Maddie got one that's like what is it? It's like berry, but it's like apple cider vinegar too. Yeah.
It's like such a weird combination.
Well, I know like apple cider vinegar people drink for like weight loss and stuff, so that's probably why they put it in like stuff like that because people that drink this kind of stuff are probably health conscious. So it's
Probably, yeah.
like in California they probably just add semen.
Probably.
Probably. I mean, you ever seen that? Like people that make like recipes with how to make like semen smoothies and shit.
No, I have not.
Oh, we'll talk about that next week.
Unless you're like my dad who like drinks a pre-workout to go sit on the couch.
Oh God,
Yeah.
his head probably gets all itchy and stuff.
Maybe. That's a good finger workout, scratching his head, I guess. I mean I kinda scratch my head at other decisions that he makes, but that's what it is sometimes.
Is what it is. Yeah, I know. Like if I take pre-workout and I don't actually like, I don't really take it often, but I've taken it before, like when going to the gym. And if you don't actually go work out, it'll make you like tingly and stuff. You gotta get some energy out after you take it.
I don't know. Actually I haven't drank like a pre-workout. I mean I've drank like energy drinks, yes, but not like a pre-workout. I think the only like workout thing that I've done was like eating like one of those like Gatorade protein bars, but that's about it.
Oh yeah. Well, you drink a lot of Powerade.
I do drink a lot of
Like you're
Powerade.
fucking constantly hydrated.
Hell yeah, dude. Like my
Like
pee is just water. I'm so hydrated.
yeah, like at your funeral, I'm gonna be like, he was one hydrated motherfucker. You know,
Dude, you know you can give that speech.
he always paid his bills on time. He was a bill paying son of a bitch.
You can give your speech right after we pull raffle tickets.
All right, who's taking the body home?
Oh no, there will be no body. I'm getting cremated. We're gonna pull raffle tickets out of like my urn.
Oh yeah.
We'll
Did you see fuck the thing? It was like, I think I shared it on Facebook, and it was like, I saw my ex girlfriend's body at the morgue I was working at, and then the comments were like, "Did she give you the cold shoulder?" It was like, is that she's still not talking to you or something like that? It was like pretty funny.
Damn. That's funny. But damn.
But damn, but damn.
Zam. Some zaddy raw?
No, I'm tired.
Sweepy?
Ugh, she's a little sweepy, needs a little swap,
Little swappy?
a little swappy.
Ow. Is that a Beatles
What are you
pillow?
gonna do the rest of the day?
Am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh, just chill. You guys are coming over later, aren't you?
I don't know. Like, I literally never told my dad that. Like, he was just like, "Why don't you come over tomorrow?" And I was like, "Well, we're supposed to go out for me and Key's birthday." And I was like, I'll text you and see what we're doing afterwards." And then he's just like, "Hey," he just texted me like, "Tim and Kayla are coming over at 8." And I was like,
Okay.
"Damn," because we're me and Key, and we were gonna go to a bar and shit, but I don't know. We got to go over to Maddie's sister's and take care of her zoo.
Forever Zoo?
Yeah, they
You
have like
ever?
2 cats. And her husband has like birds, geckos and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
so
of
we
my,
gotta go do that, and then
some of my friends' houses, because he's like dog sitting, so there's like 6 dogs there. And he's also got like lizards and snakes and shit.
oh yeah,
It's just a zoo. The whole goddamn animal farm. Not like the communist book, but like just
it's
like a
like the
farm
second
fully.
time we brought up Animal Farm
I know,
the
dude.
past 24 hours. Yeah, so yeah,
It is what it is.
probably should do that. We'll get some food, and
Take a little swappy.
Maddie will get some schwab,
Some swap.
get some schwab. But I guess I was gonna see if we could actually cut this one a bit short. We're like an hour and a half, which I guess isn't like short, but
Yeah, it's still pretty decent.
that's pretty decent. Yeah. Yeah, we can plan on doing next Friday at 6. It just fucked me up yesterday with the power being out and stuff. That
Yeah, that
I
and
was like, I'll
like
go run around and stuff. And then when I went down to my dad's work to drop that bill of sale to him or whatever for the truck, we just sat there and talked for too long. And I was like, shit, I still wanted to stop by your house. And then by the time I got home, I mean, it was probably like 6:20 when I got home. But
yeah, I mean like and then like just like getting home real quick and hopping on like it just I don't know. I felt like
yeah, we didn't have anything to talk about or anything. I mean, this week worked out pretty well with just the like having like topics.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind the questions either. We can always look up some questions. I'm always
yeah,
down for
I'm
questions.
down to I feel like if we do like stuff like that with maybe like some questions on the side or something that'd work out a little better.
Yeah, I feel like the questions work better when it's more than 2 of us.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when it's just me and you going back and forth, it's like I feel like it's kind of repetitive. But
Yeah. Like
it would,
if we have Tim here, if Maddie's here too, then it works out a little better.
yeah, yeah. But we're short staffed this week. That's
Yeah,
all.
you know. We don't even have 8 eyes, we only have 6.
I know you didn't wear your glasses.
And
What the fuck?
I even put Visine in just to wear my contacts.
Yeah,
Well
I
I
put
didn't.
Visine in. I put Visine in so you couldn't tell I was fucking
I was just
faded.
crying.
That was crying. Yeah.
Actually I didn't even put him in. I was like, Mom.
I thought you were about to be like, actually, I wasn't even crying.
Oh no, I
But
was. But yeah, I
yeah,
don't know. It's
so
yeah.
yeah, so all right, man. Well, hey, I think this was a solid episode.
I think so
Honestly,
too.
I'm
I think we
pretty
had
happy about
I think we have some good content in here.
it.
Time
Yeah,
around.
yeah. Yes, we'll have to just every week we'll see what new music comes out.
Yeah. Or like even like
Listen
something from
to
the
it.
past or something. Maybe like a nostalgia trip.
Yeah, yeah, we can always do that.
We'll listen to the
We'll
Riot
do
album
that
from
next week.
Paramore.
Next week, get an album from childhood, or not necessarily childhood, but we'll both talk about like an old album.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that works. So
But yeah, I'll send you the. Maybe we can if you listen to the Currents album and the Polaris album, we can talk about those too a little bit.
yeah, yeah, I'll listen to him. Just I mean, you don't have to send them to me, dude. I can literally just download them right now.
That's true. You could.
I imagine it's the newest Polaris album.
Yeah,
Oh, you know
it's
what? You
called The
said it was
Death of
called The
Me.
Death of Me.
Yeah. I
Are they
probably
an
said that at
instrumental
least
version
7
too?
times. They have an instrumental
You
version?
did. Yeah. Northline always does that too. They always put like an instrumental version of their albums.
Yeah, I feel like Polaris can get away with that just because their instrumentals are so strong.
Yeah. Sometimes with Northline too, like it's like ambient enough to where it can be like background noise, you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
So it's pretty sick. So I'll listen to that. You listen to the new Deftones and Movements album, and I'll listen to those two albums.
Got it. Did you
Alright.
get the currents one?
No, I didn't.
I think it's called This Is How It Ends.
Oh no.
You said it's called Ohms, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Way It Ends. Oh, that's a sick ass album cover though.
Hell yeah. The Movements album, No Good Left to Give.
Yep.
I got those saved to listen to those throughout the week.
Alright, hell yeah. So
I've had the
alright, bud.
Starset Divisions album on repeat this week. I don't know. I think it came out like last year.
What is it?
The Starset album entitled Divisions.
Oh yeah. No, I've listened to that. Luke Holland did the drums on it, so
Mhm.
I listened to that right. I listened to that right when it came out.
I'm a huge Starset fan. I love like the theatrical elements to it almost.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Funnily enough, their lead singer actually has a PhD in like audio engineering or something like that.
Oh really? So
Yeah,
he's like Doctor whatever.
yeah, he's like Dr. Dustin.
He's like Mr. Doctor Dustin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right, dog. We're gonna run over to your sisters and take care of these animals.
Hey, Chief, you enjoy the Animal Farm? Not the
Oh, we
communist
will.
book, but like the zoo.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll enjoy the book too. Yeah, it's a good book. So
It's a good book.
it's a good
It's
book.
about communism, but it's a good book.
Yeah. Well. All right, bud. I will. I'll talk to you later.
See you, Chief.
See ya.
Oh God, I'm like big screen now. Uh, Alright guys, thanks for coming to episode 4 of the No Names podcast. I feel like we had a good talk this time about some music and general theory stuff. If you guys like it, be sure to let me know. We definitely can do more in the future. Jordan and I can just talk about music constantly. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. If you'd like to see us do it do it more in the future. And yeah, hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. Hope to see you back here next week at Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.